You've got to let it go. You have to stop trying to control and perfect everything and everyone, because that's exactly what's preventing you from leveling up in life. People probably see you as a high achiever, someone who needs things done in a certain way, maybe even bossy. A perfectionist. But you clicked on this video because you're actually exhausted and chronically stressed out from trying to perfect and control everything to an unrealistic standard. Which is why in this video, I'm going to explain how perfectionism is actually harming you and how to finally let go and embrace the relief and the peace that comes with accepting your own self as a human and living for the process of life instead of the outcome, while still being a high-achieving person. If you're a perfectionist, there's a really good chance you're a procrastinator too, which is a habit that ironically lowers the quality of the work that you could have done. And if you continue to be a perfectionist, this procrastination is going to stay in your life like a plague until the very last day. And I don't care how many productivity videos you watch, because your fear of failure is what's draining your motivation to start any work. As long as your goal is perfection, you will battle anxiety and depression if you aren't already, because worrying about things that you can't control is the very definition of anxiety, and endless self-criticism is a breeding ground for depression. But in order to let go of this perfectionism, we have to understand why we even feel the need to be perfect in the first place. So a lot of us from childhood were raised under the conditions that if we just achieved a certain standard, in exchange we could receive love and acceptance and praise, which led us to strongly associate that high achievement with love and acceptance and feelings of reward. So it's actually just your human need for love that's driving you mad trying to achieve perfection in nearly everything you do. Because we formed a core belief that we can't be loved by others or loved by ourselves or feel reward if we haven't achieved a certain high standard. So to overcome perfectionism, we have to stop believing the lie that love is conditional, because it isn't. And even if there's toxic people in your life that are using love as a manipulation tool, the love that you give to yourself is unconditional. This means present under any condition, whether it's success, failure, or any situation in between. Love and fear are exact opposites in vibrational frequency, which means that love destroys fear. So to get rid of your fear of failure, you have to just start looking at failures as opportunities to love yourself. That kind of sounds crazy, but if you really love yourself, right, you would always be looking at opportunities where you could help yourself grow and become better, right? So out of compassion for yourself, you need to see every failure as an opportunity, a bonus, a moment of pure clarity on exactly where you can improve. Practicing loving yourself during times of failure is going to start rewiring your brain and how you used to associate failure as a moment to punish yourself and only reward yourself and love yourself during a moment of success. You're going to rewire that old pattern into actually giving yourself feelings of love and acceptance even when you fail, which is going to make failure less scary and daunting because you're not going to treat yourself so badly when it happens. And in addition to being able to love yourself regardless of your performance, you can still get that feeling of reward and satisfaction that I know you're always striving for, even if you don't get the perfect outcome that you wanted. You just have to let go of your control over results and detach from your dependency on perfection. So to actually let go, unlike many videos and so many books that I've read said, you don't have to meditate or visualize anything. You just have to replace your need to control the outcome with your actual ability to improve the journey toward any goal in life. Because the outcome isn't yours. You can't buy it. You can't work for it. You can only work toward it. You don't have the right to any specific outcome, no matter how hard you work for it. You only have the right to try your best. And once you get that in your head, you're gonna see how you can use all of that energy that you've been throwing at getting this outcome into improving and enjoying the journey toward it instead. We place value on a certain level of standard or outcome because others have said that that has a certain value and we just accept it blindly. But we should actually be placing value on what we can create out of our highest vibrations and happiest emotions like love, happiness, and gratitude. We should be placing value in leveling up the standard of how we create things, of how we strive towards goals, because it's not about what we create or what we achieve. It's about how much high vibrations and positive emotions like love, happiness, and gratitude and creativity that we were able to pour into the journey toward achieving any goal. Because if you're following me with this logic, I don't think that you're going to achieve anything bad with love, happiness, and gratitude on your side. Because really, what's the value in achieving that dream body that you're thinking about if you know deep down inside to get there, it was full of hating yourself and crying in the mirror and self-criticism? You call that a goal? That doesn't sound like a very high standard to me. Wouldn't you feel so much more proud of yourself if you were working toward a goal and you knew you were pouring in all of the love and gratitude and genuine curiosity and creativity that you had into making it as good as you could, not as good as it could be, and love and embrace yourself throughout the process so that you could look back on that time and that journey toward that goal and see it as a happy time for yourself? That's your new high standard. Because being real with you, 80% or more of our lives is spent reaching toward a goal. And then actually achieving that goal lasts for a fraction of a second. Like, think about athletes, right? How much time do they spend practicing and then performing? And then when they get the actual medal, it's just like this. So do you want to actually be happy for just this part of your life, or for the practice and performance part of your life that takes up literally more than 80%? You can choose this for yourself by choosing to value the standard of feeling love, gratitude, and appreciation and relief to be as you are throughout the journey toward your goals instead. And as a perfectionist myself, I know that valuing your own humanity and the journey itself doesn't come natural to us. So the last step to permanently being able to overcome perfectionism is being able to let go during specific situations that trigger our human nature to just try to control the outcome. And these situations can vary, right? They can look like your boss's reaction to your performance, a certain grade on an exam in school, your appearance on a bad day, even trying to control traffic. So the next time that you're in any of these triggering situations, instead of holding on to the delusion that you have control, embrace the exact opposite. You're gonna hold on to the relief, the peace, the gratitude that actual control is not your responsibility because it's not even your ability. And try to tap into the peace of mind that comes with knowing you tried your absolute best, because there's actually nothing more that you could do than try your best. You have to make this mental shift during the moment in which you're triggered to pretend that you have control. Because holding on to the exact opposite of stress, like peace and relief, in a moment that it's hard to, is going to literally rewire what your brain associates as punishment or reward. For example, if you're hating on yourself as a form of punishment because you don't look how you want to look on a specific given day, in that moment, you can let go of the need to look different than how you do by embracing the relief that there's actually nothing that you can do to change how you look in that moment. And hold on to that, because it's a true fact that you can't warp your body or your appearance in one day. And out of love, reward yourself with compassion and satisfaction that you're doing the most you can do to improve your appearance. And you can even feel relieved that you're not even empowered to change how you look on a given day, so that's one less responsibility for you. Another example that a lot of people might not think is associated with perfectionism, but it kind of is how stressed out we get during traffic. Because that comes from our feeling that we could actually control the cars around us and the time at which we get to wherever we're trying to get to, which is a total delusion. So in that moment that you're stressed out in traffic, instead of holding on to that pretend control, embrace the peace that you have some time to yourself in the car or whoever you're with to just relax. Listen to a podcast that's going to teach you something, or music that you like. Have a snack, have a laugh, because that's all you can do. Look, the truth is most of life is out of your hands anyway. And genuinely, what is meant to happen is exactly what's going to happen and nothing else. regardless of the stress you experience trying to achieve a goal, or if you actually were happy and at peace during your achievement of that goal. It doesn't matter. It's gonna turn out the way it's gonna turn out. And once you get that into your mind, you're gonna feel so silly for trying to perfect everything. Like, it's literally gonna look like you were trying to land planes with your mind. So lift the standards of the quality of your journey towards your goals, because it makes up the majority of your life, and you deserve to feel the happiness, peace, and relief that comes from actually valuing the best effort you could put in with the most love that you could give yourself during that journey. And I hope this video really convinces you to start living for the majority of your life instead of just trying to be happy only when those short moments of the outcome that you wanted happens. Because you deserve better, and you're the one holding the keys to this jail cell that you put yourself in. The standard doesn't have to be unachievable. When you love yourself, you can feel like you've achieved something every day.
No get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on